The following is a rough translation of the speech of the Holy Father, Leo XIV, to the College of Writers, the Catholic Civilization. It took place in the Consistory Hall on Thursday, September 25th, 2025. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, peace be with you. Good morning, and thank you all for your patience. A few months before the beginning of the pontificate, I was pleased to welcome you, members of the College of Writers and collaborators of the magazine Civiltà Cattolica. I greet the General, who kindly accompanies us in this audience. This meeting takes place on the 175th anniversary of the foundation of Civiltà Cattolica. I therefore take this opportunity to thank you all for the faithful and generous service you have provided to the Apostolic See for so many years. Your work has contributed, and continues to do so, to making the Church present in the world of culture, in tune with the teachings of the Pope and with the orientations of the Holy See. Someone has called your magazine a window on the world, appreciating its openness, and really one of its characteristics is that of knowing how to approach current events without fear of facing its challenges and contradictions. We could identify 3 significant areas of your work to focus on: educating people to an intelligent and active commitment to the world, making a voice of the least of these, being announcers of hope. Regarding the first aspect, what you write can help your readers to better understand the complex society in which we live, evaluate its potential and its weaknesses, and search for those, quote, signs of the times, end quote, to which the Second Vatican Council has drawn our attention. That's a reference to Gaudium et Spes, Article 4. This will enable them to make valuable contributions, even at the political level, on fundamental issues such as social equality, family, education, new technological challenges, peace. With your articles, you can offer those who read hermeneutical tools and useful criteria for action so that everyone can contribute to the construction of a more just and fraternal world in truth and freedom. St. John Paul II said, the, quote, role of the Church, which you are called to amplify and spread, is to proclaim the gospel of charity and peace, promoting justice, the spirit of fraternity, and awareness of the common destiny of men, and dispensable premises for the construction of an authentic peace among peoples, end quote. That's from Pope John Paul II's discourse to the community, or I guess speech to the community or address of the magazine La Civiltà Cattolica, April 22nd, 1999, Article 4. This brings us to the second point: to make the voice of the poorest and the excluded heard. Pope Francis wrote that in the proclamation of the gospel, quote, there's a sign that must never be missing: the preferential option for the poor, for those that society discards and throws away. That's from Evangelii Gaudium, Article 195. Making a voice of the little ones heard is therefore a fundamental aspect of the life and mission of every Christian. It requires, first of all, a great and humble ability to listen, to be close to those who suffer, to recognize in their silent cry that of the crucified Christ, who says, quote, I thirst, end quote. That's from John 19:28. Only in this way is it possible to make a faithful and prophetic echo of the voice of those in need, breaking every circle of isolation, loneliness, and deafness. And we come to the third point: to be messengers of hope. It's a matter of opposing the indifference of those who remain insensitive to others and their legitimate need for a future, as well as overcoming the disappointment of those who no longer believe in the possibility of undertaking new paths, but above all to remember and announce that for us the ultimate hope is Christ, our way. There's referencing John 14:6. In him and with him on our path, there are no more blind alleys, no realities that, however hard and complicated, can stop us or prevent us from loving God and the brothers with confidence. As Pope Benedict XVI wrote, beyond successes and failures, I know that, quote, my personal life and history as a whole are kept in the indestructible power of love, end quote. That's from his encyclical Spe Salvi, Article 35. And therefore, I still find the courage to operate or to work and to continue. This is an important message, especially in a world increasingly folded in on itself or turned in on itself. Dear ones, in conclusion, I would like to remember the words that Pope Francis addressed to you shortly before leaving us on the occasion of the official beginning of your Foundation's Jubilee. Quote, I encourage you, he wrote, to continue your work with joy, through good journalism, which adheres to the other side, to no other side than that of the gospel, listening to all the voices and embodying that docile meekness is the good for the heart, end quote. That's from Pope Francis' message to the director of La Civiltà Cattolica on its 175th of its publication on March 17, 2025. And on another occasion, he said, referring to the name of your periodical or your journal, quote, a magazine is truly Catholic only if it possesses the gaze of Christ on the world and transmits it and testifies to it, end quote. That's from Pope Francis' address to the community of La Civiltà Cattolica on February 9, 2017. Here's your mission: capture the gaze of Christ on the world, cultivate it, communicate it, testify to it. Fully sharing the words of my late predecessor, I thank you again. I assure you of my memory and prayer and bless you with all my heart. Thank you.